Welcome back, everybody, to TB Sports 27, and we are going to jump into another session of the Pokemon trading card game because the recent episodes that have gone up on YouTube. Now, this information going to be more relevant for those of you watching on Twitch, those of you watching over on Patreon, but the recent episodes that have gone up of the Pokemon trading card game on YouTube have been a huge hit. They have gotten tons of viewership. They've gotten everybody tuning in. So if that's what the viewers want to see, we're going to give them another session here. So we're going to do another session of the Pokemon trading card game. So happy to have you guys aboard and enjoying these, whether you're watching with us on Twitch or whether you're joining us on Patreon or whether you'll be joining us a couple months later on YouTube. We are glad to have you here nonetheless. So there's all the ways you can support TB Sports, and we got some new Game Boy games here. So what do we got here? Mario Tennis. Okay, we got all the Mario games, and Dr. Mario. Pretty cool. Any of these other games you guys would like to see us play? I've talked about Oracles of Ages and Seasons many times. Never played that before, ever. I've talked about wanting to play it on the channel, but yeah, I kind of want to hear from you guys if that's something you guys want to see, because we're kind of starting to, as we go into this new phase of TB Sports, we're kind of going based on what the best viewership is on YouTube right now. Twitch is kind of what it is, that's where we do everything live, but it's kind of, stagnant as far as growth goes, but YouTube really kind of giving you the numbers of what is kind of interesting for you guys. So let me know, do you guys want to see any of these different games? I still got to play the Metroid that I got with my ticket pack that I bought. I have not dove too deep into that. I've been playing actually the Princess Peach Showtime for quite a while. That game has been very, very fun. So here we go, Pokemon card game. Let's put our record up as well. We're coming in. We got an 11 and 3 record in our Pokemon card battles. We're gonna keep that going. And did we save from here, or did we do? Let's actually do this. So this is where we left off at, and we battle everyone in here. Duel Mew cards, Psychic Club. I see you've won a medal. Yeah, let's duel with this guy. Let's do it. So I should probably have actually watched the last episode. I should have actually watched the last episode on YouTube before I just jumped right into this. But you know how TB Sports does it. So I don't know. I gotta say medals too. I was corrected. I was friendly corrected on YouTube. Once I get to talking, once I get to going, I'm not thinking about words and stuff like that. But I was corrected. I should be calling them medals, and I should be calling them clubs. I shouldn't be calling them badges, and I shouldn't be calling them gyms. So we get Alpha Sapphire in the house. What's going on, Alpha Sapphire? He wants 3 random words. How about basic, arena, and metal? How about that, huh? All right. So we got our grass water deck that we're rolling with, and we only got a Kangaskhan that we can put out here to begin the festivities. So we will do that here. And I got nothing to place on the bench, and neither does he. So this could be a one-time battle. Good thing about Kangaskhan, though, it's gonna take a while to load him up, to get the attack. But you put 1 energy on him and you get that fetch move, so you get an extra draw every time. So maybe we can get some Pokemon, maybe we can load up that bench a little bit here. That could be a possibility. And he's gonna go with Execute, get the Psychic Energy on there. And boy, that's a tough one, because that's an automatic asleep right there. And obviously the coin, if it flips the right way, you can wake right up, but that is an automatic. That is an automatic. Put him right to sleep. There we go. Oh, it's nothing. Egg power here doesn't work here. TB Sports. What do we got? Water energy. That's so good. We could do a Professor Oak too. We could toss the whole hand out, but I don't think we're ready to do that yet. Because we'll throw Build down. We'll get 2 draws. We're gonna get 3 cards out of this turn. And Grass Energy and Bulbasaur. So there you go. Throw him on the bench, and then we will fetch and keep hoping that he won't have much on the bench. But if we can get that Comet punch attack, oh, you got 20 hits per battle. I'd say the one episode that's got a lot of viewership over on YouTube has been the one where the CPU did the explosion, the self-explosion attack with Magneton when they only had one prize yet, which wiped them out. And I didn't even realize, like, it said draw 3 prizes, and I had mentioned I thought it was like a glitch at the time, but someone in the comments on YouTube had mentioned that no, there was 2 Pokemon on his bench that had less than 20 HP, so when they did the explosion, they all got hit. That wiped it out. So that was just a super crazy, terrible attack, but that's gotten the big viewership. That is, the people are all here on that viewership. So yeah, people seem to like that video. So we'll see if lightning can strike twice. We'll stream, I don't know, hour and a half here today, and we will see if people want to see a second session of Pokemon, if that's something that's in the interest of the people. I think going forward, as I said, we're going into this new phase of TV sports. We're not gonna be able to stream as much till we hit some of our goals, our monetization goals that you kind of have to get on YouTube and Twitch and all that stuff to kind of survive in the world of online video uploading. So we kind of have to do a little bit of a reduced schedule. I've talked about this ad nauseum on plenty of other videos here, as Kangaskhan's going to wake up. And time to touch on it now while we're kind of just in this drawing phase, loading up our Pokemon. He still doesn't have anyone on the bench, does he? I don't know. We get a fetch here. But with your continued support, we can get back to streaming with a more regular schedule. But the main reason for bringing it up is I think we're going to start hitting on just videos, kind of, like I said, Twitch isn't kind of a barometer. I like streaming on Twitch because it gives folks a chance, if they don't want to wait for the videos to come out on YouTube, they can jump in, they can hang out with us, you know, that one-on-one interaction is a cool place. But YouTube kind of gives you the best as far as what people like, what people are watching, because I don't really get a sense of that from streaming on Twitch. Like, it's pretty stagnant, the numbers. And I'm awesome, grateful for all the folks that do join us. Like, we have Alpha Sapphire, SK Money is a regular popper in on Twitch. We have Dan the Legend, great group of folks that are joining us here on Twitch regularly. But we haven't been able to grow those numbers on Twitch. So YouTube's kind of the barometer as far as those numbers go and what people are wanting to see. So if a video series is picking up some steam, seeing the numbers over on YouTube, like this Pokemon episode, we're going to do some more of that. So that's the best way. If that's something you guys want to see, if you want to see more. Now, we're still going to do our regular stuff. Of course, this is TV sports. So we're going to have a regular NFL. We're going to have college football in the mix. But as far as getting those other, WWE or MLB or things like that, I'm really going to be keeping an eye on the viewership. Well, it does have a bench. Okay, I'm going to be keeping an eye on that YouTube viewership. So if you're not already subscribed over at YouTube, go over there, hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you guys want to see. Of course, we also have the Patreon page where, yeah, Eevee, check that out. We also got the Patreon page where you guys can sign up at 2 of the higher levels, and we do a monthly request thread where you guys can let me know what you guys want to see on the channel. And we'll certainly, that's top priority. And of course, the Discord access as well at those top levels on Patreon, where you guys can open up a thread or a channel or whatever they call it on Discord and let me know that, hey, I want to see more of this, I want to see more Pokemon, I want to see you play Pikmin, I want to see all that kind of stuff. So those are all great places for that. But so this guy's busting out the potions left and right, but he's really wanting to save Execute. I don't know if he's got an Executor. He's waiting to break that out. Kangaskhan's taking some wicked damage. I still have that. I don't know if I mentioned that on previous episodes. I still have that Kangaskhan card which I'm grateful for because a lot of my older cards I got rid of. The base set, the Jungle, the Fossil, Team Rocket, the Gym Heroes, and the Neo Destinies, those early sets. Got rid of a lot of those back in college days. Thought, you know, and you get to a certain age and you get the parents and, oh, time to give it up and all that stuff. So sold a lot of those older cards, and now as the Pokemon card game continues to be popular and continues to flourish, it's like, man, and you know, it goes back and forth because it's like those older cards aren't even relevant anymore because they've made the newer cards so powerful. So you can't even really play with the older cards unless you make up some rules. Like, I do mix in some older cards sometimes. I'll give them like double attack power just to kind of keep them, you know, even with all the other Pokemon cards, the Pokemon cards, especially those EX cards and everything. And I have my own rules. I think that's another thing I'd mention too. I have my own rules for the EX cards when I play. Just I play by myself, not like any hobby or anything like that. But I play where I half the HP and I half the attack of the EX, the V cards, anything that's got like a full art on it. I half the attack and half the HP because it's just so much more powerful than every other card in the game. It just makes it so unbalanced unless you have like a full complement, like unless your whole deck is filled with those cards, which mine aren't because they're super rare and expensive. So yeah, so back and forth on, you know, regret of selling or getting rid of those older cards. If, you know, you guys ever want to contribute and you want to, you know, TB Sports and help me get some of my cards back, hit me up, and, you know, I'm always open to it. While I was in Japan, we went to, I don't know if anyone's ever been to or heard of Nakano Broadway, but it was super cool place. It was like 3 or 4 levels of just all kinds of stores, just stores in this indoor like building, and boy, that sleep attack is brutal. And it was just figures and cards and all this stuff. So for my purposes, and the one downside, obviously I can read a decent bit of Japanese and there's ways to translate and all that, but the Pokemon cards that are in Japanese, the backs have a different design, and even a different design than the original Japanese cards I used to have, but a different design on the back than the US cards, so you can't even play with them unless you were to buy sleeves for every card, and sleeves are super expensive. Get rid of that execute, there we go. Sleeves for Pokemon cards are super expensive, everyone. Like, oh my god, like they are, let's Google it right now. Like, if I were to look up 60 sleeves for one deck, and I got like 20 decks that I have. 60 Pokemon card sleeves. Let's look at the price on these. Shopping. Hit shopping on Google. Yeah, they're like $10. $7.99. I'm seeing here $9.81, $7.99. So if I were to buy sleeves for 30 decks, $10 a piece, that's $300, like right there, just for some little plastic sleeves to make all the backs look the same. So you know, I suppose I will throw that out there. Oh, they don't even have any energy. How pathetic. I will throw that out there, I suppose, if anyone wants to send some sleeves this way or whatever. I can maybe mix those Japanese cards back into the mix. But yeah, sleeves are just stupid, crazy expensive. And I mean, I don't know. I guess plastic, I don't know how much that costs to produce or whatever. But like I said, you're talking, I got, you know, 20, 30 decks here. I probably like 25 decks that I've made that I just play with for fun. And if I were to buy sleeves, it's going to cost me $10 times 25. I'm $200, $300 for some sleeves. So But all that to say that Nakano Broadway, if you ever get a chance, ever in Japan, super cool place. Go check. This guy's toad. Look, we got like everything ready to go. Super cool place. But I bought for like 500 yen. There was a big bucket of Pokemon cards that were pre-wrapped. I don't even remember how many. It was like I think 150 or 200, and you can kind of pick what you want, so you can see the top card and the bottom card. And of course, it would have like a full art or a V card to try to encourage you. And I've bought a million of those in the U.S. And the other 198 cards are junk in the middle. You're basically buying for the two on the outside. So I bought a set of those cards because it was only 500 yen, which for the U.S. is even super cheaper. Like for the U.S. dollar, it's probably like $3 or something for that. So, we got Ivysaur here. This guy's toast. I don't even need to like worry about doing any of this. I mean, I will just for the sake of doing it here. But this guy's done. Look, I'm just gonna Professor Oak it right now. See what else we get. But yeah, and the cards were not junk cards. I got a lot of full art. I got a lot of V cards. Like probably 30 of the 200 cards were like rare full art V, like those kind of cards. Like whoa, I was like, this is super cool. So yeah, that was cool. But like I said, I can't play with them unless I get like sleeves. Excuse me? Why can I not? What? Am I crazy? Why can I not evolve that Eevee, but I could evolve... Oh, did I, like, play it? I must have played it on the same turn or something like that. Okay, well, all this might be for naught, because if I get 2 heads, he's done. But anyway, if you're in Japan, go check it out. Google it. Check out Nakano Broadway. Like I said, if I had a way to play with those cards, I probably would have bought more of them. But they were super cheap, and you got a whole bunch of cards. And if you guys want to see any of them, let me know. Hit me up. I can throw a picture up on Patreon, or I can do like a Pokemon card video and just show off those cards. I thought about doing that before when I bought some of the Pokemon cards, is doing like a Pokemon card video, like an opening video, and see if that was something that people would be interested in seeing at all. I'm not sure if it would be or not, but I always say hit me up in the comments. I've not had anybody take me up on that offer just yet, but yeah, if that's something you're interested in, you know what to do. Comment section is there. So that was a super cool purchase from Nakano Broadway. I don't know if you guys watch Jaden Animations at all on YouTube. A good friend of the Game Grumps is how I learned about her channel, from coming on the Game Grumps, and of course Aaron does a lot of collaborations and stuff. But she recently uploaded a video of a trip to Japan and how they ended up with like 6 extra bags of stuff to bring back, that like they had to buy 6 extra luggages to take back. And oh my goodness, come on, the OBS, you're killing me. We're now 12-3, the Pokemon master here. I didn't have to buy any extra luggage. I did have an extra suitcase, but it was mostly my wife's stuff that we were bringing back from there. But yeah, it was tough not to just buy everything while you were there in Japan. So, all right, we're gonna get some new cards. There's not even like any big changes I want to make to this deck yet. Like, maybe throw in something like that. But so far, I'm kind of digging the maybe if we get like a War Turtle kind of mix in there, we can add some of that. But so far, the water grass deck's doing its thing. There's Blastoise, so that could be a possibility. Butterfree could be a decent one that we want to mix in at some point, but Okay, so I think that's a good for this first episode here. This first comeback episode of the Pokemon trading card game. We're gonna get through the rest of the Psychic Club here. So come on back, don't go anywhere. Hang out with us. If you're watching with us on Twitch or on Patreon, stay right where you are because we're gonna keep going for the next hour or so. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you mash that subscribe button, mash that thumbs up button, turn the alarm bell on. I think a lot of people don't know about the alarm bell. I saw a post on Reddit where I'm surprised because that's like, I use that function like crazy to know when a new video goes. I don't think people know about the notification bell. Turn the notification bell and come on back tomorrow because we got more of the Pokemon trading card game coming your way.